in terms of getting down and, you know, in the dirt with some of IG's champions, I'm a little bit worried. Now, this could very easily turn into a game where, you know, Viper gets a solo kill.
Too much HP, but Jway and Fodic have control of the lane so far. And then you get a decent sized crash here on the cannon wave. Deadly flourish right on top of On. Oh no! That's just a raw 2v2 solo kill.
Sure.
Everything works out in the end for Invictus Gaming. First dragon secured. The wings, but Knight flashes away in time, and the cover of Paranoia gives him the necessary means to retreat and a simultaneous play on top side.
Some of the early priority from either lane matchups or some flipping that's going on.
Had to try and make their way through. They're at least on the Herald. However, Jway and Wei are in the area, and they have to respect it right now.
Is this a leash? Are we leashing this objective?
On absorbs the dredge line, pops the ultimate once again.
No!
Oh, the Herald resets. And BLG are going to have to call it off.
I wonder if IG are going to go back and say, like, did we really need to
BLG are going to have to face check into that banana brush. Wei gets briefly spotted. Rookie is over on the right side. Darkness for the rest of BLG. Here comes
What
Sun
is this?
into the middle of all 5, and Knight is there to follow up on the play. Invictus Gaming did pretty much everything right, but the execution is still going BLG's way. Saboro's trying to wreck house on a Viper, flashes after him, gets the first trade of the kill onto a BLG member. He's gonna revive thanks to the passive. Curtain call from Fodic trying to fall on up, and Saboro just can't get it done. Picks up a double onto 2, but the rest of BLG almost was a complete blowout by BLG. The fact that he trades 2 kills ensures that IG do not go home empty-handed, and they can at least try and set up for the dragon again as we get it in the picture, but Knight has solo killed Rookie on the top side of the map. Knight has TP. He's going to join the fight now. Perfect execution, not available anymore, but he can still try and lend his power into the fight, and Invictus Gaming are dropping like flies. The Grim Deliverance ends up just being a delayed, inevitably end for Saboro, and the third dragon will finally go the way of BLG.
These last 2 fights have come going over to Bilibili.
Fodic's got to be careful. He does have flash and barrier available, but he's trying to use his...
You're looking good. Let's pop some questions here for BLG, but they completely fumble it 2 times in a row and have put their game in jeopardy now.
And listen, it is a tall task to try and coordinate a fight when you don't have vision from the Paranoia, and unfortunately, Saboro is going to get a taste of darkness once again. BLG continuing to just hammer home this snowball, and IG are now running out of options of getting back into this game.
The solo laners are just clicking here tonight. Bin, Knight having monster performances on 2 very... Let me not say 2 very different champions, because Sion and Cassante are very similar. Maybe Orianna and Akali are different. That I'll give myself.
Sure.
Killing Rookie and Saboro, especially this early on in the season, and from what we've seen from IG, doesn't seem like it's that impressive.
Oh no! Well, Jway had to go hunting for some vision and lay down some wards, and unfortunately, he's the one that's getting laid down to rest and try and get ahead and get any someone's push.
Oh, is Akali going for? Oh, we're doing this!
Oh boy. Well, supreme display of talent did momentarily stun a couple members, but the perfect execution is sending Saboro back to the fountain on another.
So far this season.
There's been only a couple of performances in and there off of the Oh my goodness!
Jesus Christ, man!
Well, so...
Alright. Rafa. Gunblade was taken out of the game. It turns out having point-and-click slows is not great. Tapped some of the stats on this. Like, 80 AP is pretty ridiculous, especially for a 3,000 gold item.
Oh boy. Well, that was a lot of damage on Schwinn, but he's got a GA, so he's totally fine if he just wants to send it in there for the boys.
Oh!
Come on! That's the Alistar gameplay I've been waiting for you from all this second game. Ben is going to route off the escape pass of a couple members. Wave desperately trying to get away from this massive Scion, and Rookie just expended his scatter of the week, so you know that Viper's flashing on him all day, every day. IG only down to 2 members, and BLG know that it's time to rip this Baron.
Yep, let's go take the big purple worm. Let's move it in so we can start to finish out this game. BLG, bit quieter early game, and that's the big misconception I want people to get away from is there are going to be a lot of games that BLG are going to win this year by just having the best laners in the league, but what I've seen from them in some of these games has been incredible to watch, and we're going to see another mechanical display.
Oh my god. Knight is just pub stomping on IG corpses, continuing to aura farm for the montage, and I'm sure that the LPL official TikTok and Instagram is going to have a hell of a time going back through this series and just farming highlights for Knight's montage plays as Sabor now steps up with Rookie behind him, trying to see if they can damage this guy. But here comes Swin, looks for Photic in the backline, says, I'm sorry, Jim, but you don't have Flash and you're not surviving. Rookie does expend the GA from this Nocturne, but he flashes away from the force of will, and Saboro tries to step on up, but a good sidestep from Schwinn, forcing him to use the Grim Deliverance. Clean use of the perfect shuriken backflip into the perfect execution. My goodness, BLG just all here for the style points. A 5-man push. Way alongside Dway. I don't know if they're going to be enough. On is going to hold them at the door. Supreme display of town on the 2, but Schwinn just blocks it with a spell shield, gets even more attack speed so he can finish this game out faster. And BLG with a clean sweep over IG.
A 30-minute win, 20-3.